Good evening, good afternoon. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back, excuse me, to another live edition of Sakali's Corner Unfiltered with your host, Dominic Cali, Mafia Roundtable. Folks, today's going to be a fun one. Hopefully my back will hold up sitting down. If not, I have to stand up. But, woo-wee! It's a rough one, especially I got a relapse with my cold, and now this. It's like one thing after another, but it's all good. Takes me out of the gym. Haven't been in the gym in over 2 weeks, but it's good. The body needs a rest. Your joints need a rest. Everybody does, and sometimes it's difficult to stay away from the gym when you're really getting into it. But rest is just as important as working out when you're getting into it. So today, Cynthia, hello. Francisco, hello. I got my gatekeepers there. Thank you so much for always coming on, always being there. We have Ron Pearman. Thank you, Chris. And I'll go back. I'll hit you up as far as your questions. Sam the man, thank you. German, always good to see you. Good morning, my brother from another mother from the land down under the German in the house. Always good to see you, German. Thank you. We got Eric. Eric, what's up, my brother? That's my other brother. Eric is a beast. Eric's a beast. So, Eric, we're going to have some fun today. Eric, you need to come on when I do my Joey Molino thing because, woo, we got haters in the house with that. And that's coming too. I'll talk a little bit about that. Also, folks, I'm going to interrupt when I get donations. I thought about it because sometimes they might wait too long. They sign off, and I can't do that to my peeps. So, Lawrence B., thank you for the donation. And since Lawrence said it, here it goes, folks. Lawrence says, buy EG Vodka, 100% gluten-free and organic. And by the way, folks, you see that? You see that what it says? Oh, damn. Go to egvodka.com, order it today. Like I said, 100% gluten-free, organic, best vodka on the market, hands down, without a doubt. Shout out to EG Vodka. Brian says, buy EG Vodka, 100% gluten-free and organic. Dom, take a salt bath. It'll help you back out. Also, I recommend doing light deadlifts when you recover. Right now, I can't even do a light pillow lift. I mean, woo, I'm crippled. You know, Lawrence, I found too, once I do go back into the gym, I'm going to go right to the hyperextension machine, lay down, let gravity take over, and then come up very slowly, not full extensions, just a little bit to get that blood down that area. But thank you, Lawrence, for the tidbit. It's always appreciated, as always. Timothy O'Reilly, thank you for the contribution. 3 Capo Cigars, always lit cigar company. People go to Always Lit Cigars. AlwaysLitCigars.com. Order it today. Put a notation in your order, Dominic, or if you could leave a message, say Dominic sent me, and they'll send you some free cigars so you could try some samples out. Go to AlwaysLitCigars.com. Order it today. Really good. Folks, check out Joe Barone. I think he's coming on later today, or if he came out earlier. He has the Goodfellow podcast. Check it out. That's my boy. Now, I'm going to just keep this short and sweet. I saw a little clip, and I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to play it for everybody because that's the way I'm built. I'm playing it for everybody. So here.
I'm not going to go back and forth here, but I want to do a podcast on you.
Wait.
Cali, you're going to say, I know you like to talk.
Rat a month for sure.
Yeah, I'm going to do. Yeah, I got you. Don't worry, it's coming. I know you like them little baseball bats. You know what I'm talking about.
It's a shame.
We're going to discuss it all. Don't worry about it. You can talk all the you want.
Keep making your videos.
I think listen. Them plugs you got in your head, maybe the plugs went to your brain or something. Because he sent me a video. You did say that you got to be on pain pills or and you're drinking that cheap vodka. That's what the is. You're mixing the pills with the cheap vodka.
Gluten free, says
yeah. Gluten free. My balls are gluten free. But whatever. You got your time to shine.
We would like to thank you for watching.
Let me tell you something, folks. The funny part of it all, he opened up the door. When he pulled a rat move. I'm not saying, you know what? He's a fucking rat. He pulled a rat move. He sent an investigator to go speak to family members about stuff with my grandmother. He's a rat. Pulled a fucking rat move. So if I did something illegal, people are going to get arrested or he's going to blast it. That's a rat move. Just the way Michael Washwoman Mancuso sent letters out talking about people, that's a rat move. So he's supposed to be Cosa Nostra boss. He's a jerk. He's a joke. He's shelved. He's Skinny Joey shelved. Skinny Joey elfed on the shelf, sitting on the shelf. Skinny Joey. And yes, I'm having fun. No, I wasn't on any pain medication, Mr. Molino, and I wasn't drinking. I was just having a good time. I let people see Dominic himself. So good, bad, or indifferent. I'm sorry. Today, yes, I'm on pain medication. You're damn right. That's why I'm able to sit down. I'm on pain medication today, Joey. I don't hide. I don't have to bullshit. But folks, look. See my hair? Yeah. And by the way, it's not plugs this day and age. It's a transplant. It's called a transplant. So, but it's all good. It's all good. You could say what you want. But you know what, Joey? Before I even go into my story today, the show, and it's not going to be about Mr. Molino. You could say what you want about a bat, the rumor that Hippie put out there. I was a rat. I got a bat stuck up my ass, all that. Never happened. Never happened, folks. And if it did, it happened. So what? Like, big deal. Big deal. I had a gun put to my head. Big deal. It happened. But I'll tell you one thing. The kid wouldn't have been living. That's for sure. So anyway, aside from all that, Joe, you could come up with your lies. You came on here saying you tell the truth. It's been lie after lie after lie after lie. Everything that comes out of your mouth. And people, for those of you who know, comment on this one. Whoever bought and tried EG vodka, is it garbage? Shit, I look at the people behind who buy it or coming back for more, buying more and more bottles, telling friends, family members. That shit's blowing up with our online sales. So must be doing something right. So anyway, I'm going to do an in-depth story about Joey. There's a lot of stuff I didn't want to go there, but I'm going to go there. I'm going to expose him to show the respect, the level of respect people have for him, actually. And then you little sniff, you little mofo better watch your P's and Q's. You think you're a badass? Don't. Joey, you know me. You know of me. Okay? Because I'm sure you asked around when you went down to Rayo's. Who the F is this effing rat Sakali? You know of me. Don't get me to that level, Joey. Don't get me to that. Because you are one of the people, you and your little sniff will get me there. I will show up where you're at one day. Real. You won't know it. I will show up. And then we'll see who the punk is. All right, Joe? I'll show you. So let's not even go there, little sniff. Little snuff. Thank you, Lawrence, again for the contribution. Little snuff has the tiniest arms and is a fat little guy. Molino sounds really butthurt. You know what? I'm going to do it tomorrow, maybe, folks. So everybody come on. This is going to be a Molino slaughterhouse. I got an email from somebody in Philly about Joey. So I'll leave it there. And then I'm going to touch base on the most respectful way I could state it. Facts are facts. Everybody who knows me, I've been on YouTube for 2 years. 2 years. Not one lie has anybody ever caught me in. When I make a mistake, I come out. If I misstate something, I'll come out and I'll acknowledge it. People call me out. I tell them they're right. I'm not like these other guys, especially Molino. He doesn't belong on social media. He's mafioso. He's a shelved elf boss. Skinny shelved elf boss. Joey. So, with that said, wait till tomorrow. So today, folks, we're going to talk about the most ruthless, probably all serial killers, lunatics, but there's one who stands out by far. And I'm going to leave probably him for last, that one person. But you had one person with a group of people that did a lot of homicides. You had a couple of people, they always remained together. They were killing force. Snake, thank you for the contribution. Dom, do you set it off with the elf? Oh, we're setting it off, Snake. We're setting it off without a doubt. Come tomorrow. Tell your friends, family, everybody. So, people, I'm going to go into certain individuals, 5 I chose that I feel are basically stone cold blooded murderers in the mafia. Now, the list goes on. We could talk about the Al Capones of the world. We could talk about the Icemans of the world. But then you're going outside the scope, the Whitey Bulges. But I just wanted to keep it in the mafia realm in the New York City area. And folks, there's one of the deadliest bosses in history. In history, I don't think he did a day in jail. And I'll say it now. That was the big tuna, Tony Accardo. He might have did a day, a little bit of time, not much, but he had a perfect run. And he was ruthless. The murders left and right. But he kept it old-fashioned, the old way. State zita, state zita. Zip, zip it. Do what you have to do. And that's it. Dangerous as they come. And looking at him, little short guy, small in stature, physical stature, but not present stature. And yet he controlled. He controlled with an iron hand, and he did a lot of work. A lot of work was put in. So let's start off with Mr. Albert Anastasia. And I have all my notes here that I jotted down because there's so much. There's just bullet points I put. He was actually labeled the Mad Hatter and the Lord High Executioner. In the late 30s, he became in charge of Murder, Inc. We've all heard about Murder, Inc. They were a notorious murder for hire group with him in charge. And actually, Albert was very feared, dangerous as they come, very dangerous, until he got gunned down while sitting in a barber chair waiting to get a shave. Vito Genovese, let me see my notes, make sure I get it right. It was, Vito Genovese was one of his rivals, and he had sent 2 men in to gun him down and kill him. So, folks, it doesn't matter how much of a badass you are, how tough you are, how big you are. When you get hit with that lead in the head, it's over. Unless you're Bruno and Delicato, where he's a cat. He has 10 lives, not even 9. He exceeded that. He got shot in the head with Joe Massino after Joe Massino had his father and the other 2 captains killed. Bruno was supposed to be there that night, but him partying, doing his drugs, saved him. And they got to him later on, but Bruno did get shot in the head. But he survived. He escaped. And I did tell that story prior. But, he's one of the few that you could say, wow, this guy's unbelievable. Then we'll go to another guy, single by himself. Well, not by himself. He had crews, but he did a lot of work by himself. Carmine Galante, who tried to dub himself as the boss of Bonanno crime family. He was a Zip. We call a Zip, somebody from Italy that comes over into this country. But he was taking control of the family. Without a doubt, he was taking control until that one weary day, Anthony and Delicato and team gunned him down in, I think, Alberto's Clam House in the city. They gunned him down. But Carmine Galante was actually suspected of over 80 murders. And his reign was just vicious. He was carrying hits out for Vito Genovese. Who knows? Might have even did Albert Anastasia, but it's just no one knows. No one knows back then. And let me see my notes. Where was I before? Albert Anastasia. They said he was responsible for killing anywhere from 500 to 1,000 killings. Now, folks, I think that's way embellished, way over exaggerated. You know how many? That's a lot of bodies you're dumping. That's a lot. I don't see it that many. It was probably a lot. It might have been 50, 60, but that's a lot. That's really a lot of murders. Even with Carmine Galante, over 80 murders. That's really a force to be reckoned with. That's these guys definitely. And I can tell you from experience, when you kill somebody, you do get a rush, but you get more of a sense of power that you're invincible afterwards because you know what you're capable of doing. So picture these guys with dozens and dozens of bodies under their belt. Like it's just everything then they become kill crazy because why fight? I'm just going to take him out. He wants to disrespect. How dare he? Here's the mentality now. How dare he disrespect me knowing who I am and my reputation? Oh, he wants to play with fire? Boom, take him out. And that's the way the mobsters think. That's, like I said, I'm going to start going into the minds of people. And that's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. Let's see. Who is number 3 on my list? Let me see. Number 3. Oh, shit. Oh, okay. Let's go with number 3. And, I think a lot of his murders were senseless, and this might take up the fact, what I just said, goes to their head. Now, to kill somebody, to take their business, to take their money, um, it's dirty. It's dirty. Joey Cupcakes did it to his best friend, his childhood friend, for I think it was $245,000. Set him up with a drug deal. He was supposed to be weed. Frankie was going with the cash. Joey says he had to pick it up, buy it. He probably gave him a real cheap price. And I was with Frankie that night. He sold me a key of Coke. He was in my house. And taking out your friend for money because you're jealous because he came up and you didn't. And I feel Frankie did the wrong thing. He's supposed to put his friend on, but where Frankie was getting his keys of Coke was Joey's father's friend. And there was a stipulation. If I find out Joey's involved because his father will kill me, the Jet was a dangerous guy, very dangerous. Angelo Cheesecake, very dangerous. He told him, he said, if I find out Joey's involved, I'm cutting you off. And so Frankie swore, and Joey was upset with that. So, killing your friend over that's bullshit, especially when the guy's trying. He's putting up money to get the weed, but it was a fake weed deal. And it's disgusting. And show you how greedy Joey was. Frankie's girlfriend lived down, let me see, 116th. If you were going back into the Bronx, I think from 2nd Avenue, if you're going back up to the Bronx, she lived in the projects on the left-hand side. It might have been about 7-8 blocks down from Delightfuls. And Joey and a few guys went up to her apartment because Frankie had about 10 keys of Coke in the apartment in cash. He tried getting it. She wouldn't let him in. She wouldn't let him in, but that's how fucking greedy this guy was. And I know Joey. I hung out with him. We were tight as kids, but that's dirty. But my number 3 person is Sammy Gravano. Number 3. And like I said, his murders were to profit, to move up, to take people's businesses. I guess he had the Napoleon complex because he's just a little guy. That's why he was roiding up, to put some size on him. But he's a little nothing. Like, he has a heart. He has a heart of a lion. Can't take that away from him. So that makes him dangerous. But that's another guy too. Got killed crazy. Started killing people for everything out there. All his stuff. And to me, that's totally disgusting. And that's really the lowest form to kill somebody. Like, really. You're taking their businesses, guys who put you on, who looked out for you, who stuck up for you growing up. You killed them, your brother-in-law. Wow, how could you look at your wife in your face? You're killing her brother. Her brother. You're killing her brother. Joe Messino couldn't even kill Sal Vitale. I was doing that. I was given the contract, and he pulled back after a week. And it's just amazing. It's amazing. But that's number 3. We have 4 and 5, folks. 4 and 5. Now, number 4. And I love this guy dearly, 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 dearly. I was with him in Lewisburg, Pennsylvania. And the reason why I know this, he has a lot. He was very close with the two other individuals. Well, before I go into the story, since German, I'm taking a time out, and I know you're there. Damn, German just donated $20. German, Christmas is over with. You don't have to give that much. Thank you, though. Thank you. Appreciate it, my brother. What's here? Here he goes again. What's that, huh? Like vodka? Forget about it. You haven't tried vodka until you tried the best. E.g. vodka, hands down, folks. This is the German. Hands down is the best. Forget the rest. Get yourself a bottle or a case. It's available in 3 delicious flavors. Go to egvodka.com. Order it today. 100% organic, 100% gluten-free. Hands down, the best. German, thank you as always for the plug-in. It's greatly appreciated, my brother. Greatly appreciated. So we'll go into party number 4. I was with a guy in Lewisburg, Pennsylvania. When I first went in, loved him dearly. Loved him dearly. And between, there were 3-0. 3-0. My wife gets on me when if I say tree. No, it's not a tree growing. 3. So anyway, there was 3 individuals. Little Oscar Ansorian, who was Armenian. He stood about 5'6". Heart, biggest heart in the world. Will give you anything. Never says no to people unless he sees you taking advantage and cut you down. Strangers he would give stuff to. Like, it was crazy. But as dangerous as they come, you would never think he was a homicidal killer, which he was. Wasn't kill crazy, though, that's for sure. You have Lil Oscar, you have Anthony Casso, Gas Pipe, and you had Lil Vicamuso. They were inseparable. Inseparable. They started out, they were bringing in tanker loads of marijuana. Tanker. When I tell you tankers, those big tankers, shipping tankers, they were loading them up with weed. And they were, the one who was behind it all, whose tankers they were, was in the Colombo family. So maybe later on we'll go into that story and their shipments and how it was coming over and then how he wound up getting arrested. But right now, we have Lil Vicamuso, who's the boss of the Lucchese crime family till this day. He's been in jail for the last, 30 plus years, and he's still the official boss. They didn't shelf him. They didn't shelf him like Skinny Joey Elf on the Shelf, who's a boss, was a boss, is a boss. Who knows what he is? He might be drag. Who knows? But then we have his underboss, who is Anthony Casso, Gas Pipe, and Lil Oscar. Wasn't made, but he had the respect of a made man. They have been responsible. We know Gas Pipe was 30 plus bodies. So I have to say between the 3 of them, and a lot of it they did together, but between the 3 of them, it has to be anywhere from 50 to 90 bodies they put down, and they were as dangerous as they come. From what Oscar told me, and I know Oscar's demeanor, he said Vic wasn't kill crazy, neither was Oscar, you could tell. But he said Gas Pipe was kill crazy. Crazy. He had something in his head, he'd twick. And Gas Pipe liked doing coke. They would say, hey, where's Gas? Oh, he's out with Shirley tonight. That means you can't find him. Like this coke. Which, you're in the streets, folks. It is what it is. But I'll tell you a story, too. While we were in Lewisburg, I'll tell you how dangerous Oscar is. And he was for real. He told me. There was a guy, Nicky Guido, in the same unit as we were. Really, really nice guy. Nice guy. He has stand maybe about 6'2", 6'3", maybe weighing close to 280, anywhere from 280 to 310. You couldn't really tell. He wasn't big, muscular. He was just big. He had a gut, big midsection, but not obese because he was so tall. He had a big frame, but he was just flabby. flabby. You could tell he had no muscle to him, but really, really a nice guy, full head of hair. And gas pipe wound up killing the wrong Nicky Guido on the street. So when Oscar was in Lewisburg, I don't know if Oscar was there first and then Nicky Guido came, or it was the other way around. But Oscar told me, he says, yeah. He told me the story, gas killing the wrong guy, wrong Nicky Guido. And Oscar had sent word out that, hey, Nicky's here. I don't know how he sent the word, what he said, what code he said. You want me to take him down? Gas pipe wanted it. Vic told him, you don't listen to anybody. I'm your brother, and I'm the one who gives the orders here. Don't. I want to see you come home. That was what Vic told Oscar. But Oscar would have definitely killed him. Without a doubt, in prison and did life. That's a gangster, folks. That's a true thug gangster. Every Christmas, Vic would send Oscar. Well, they're all passed away now, so except Vic. But Vic would send Oscar 2 shoeboxes. 2 shoeboxes. One to his sister's house wrapped up in Christmas gifts. And this was directly from Oscar telling me. One shoebox was loaded with hundreds. And the other shoebox was 20s and 50s. Every Christmas. Every Christmas. So whatever he wanted. Then Oscar got pinched again when he got out, left Lewisburg. He went to my house, spoke with my mom, and really, really nice guy. Always talking to my former wife over the phone, looking out for me, sent me money when I was in. And then I came home. He was back in. He got caught, I think, in a sting operation. He had a fucking rocket launcher. Literally a rocket launcher. Like, I could picture him. A little Armenian, and he wasn't a good-looking guy. I could picture him walk like he would bop, like when he walks. Picture him walking with a rocket launcher, taking a club out, somebody out. I mean, Oscar was too much, too much. But they were ruthless. They were definitely ruthless, without a doubt, and putting their work. Now, folks. I'm on pills. You're right. You're right. I'm feeling good. But let me get a sip of water. The number one is Roy DeMeo. Roy DeMeo had, first it was called the DeMeo Crew, then Murder Machine. When it was the DeMeo Crew, there was about 2 dozen guys around him, associates. He was made member with the Gambino crime family. They were responsible for anywhere from 75 to 200 murders. And he had his run between the mid-70s and mid-80s. From what I heard with Roy, he had a look or a stare or a gaze that would terrify you. And he loved it. He loved it from what I heard. There was a guy, Ronnie, who was in his crew who we did time with in Lewisburg. Funzy and Bruno used to break his balls because Ronnie was like, I can't do it. Like whiny like that. They would break his balls and they would say, do you believe this guy was with Roy? And Roy loved him for some reason, but just dangerous as they come. Even I think I heard Sammy say, like, the guy was just way beyond a lunatic. Just loved it, had the thirst for it, and just wouldn't give a shit. Would take you out, chop you up, and just do work. I mean, that's crazy, folks. That's crazy. Another day, probably next week, we're gonna go into, because I was doing some research with Italy. Wait till you hear the stuff about that. I mean, it's just ridiculous. The Mafia didn't play, folks, really. But you could get away with so much back in the day. You didn't have surveillance all over the place. You didn't have everybody cooperating. It was more like Shush. Be quiet. People didn't talk about murders. So if you and I went and we're back in the 20s, 30s, and we killed somebody, never got mentioned. We didn't mention it. And that's the way I was brought up too. You never mention it. Don't mention it. Just move on. You know, it's done. It's over with. Somebody asked, even if we ask each other, never happened. But this day and age, Mafia, everybody has to talk about everybody. So with that, I'm going to answer questions, and then we'll see. Since you're down below and you just popped up, Francisco, thank you. Good to see you on. Thank you for keeping the chats kosher. Again, all-star, AL star Sammy was not a serial killer. You're right. He didn't kill people himself. He ordered the killings. But what does that tell you? Just because you're not pulling the trigger, like he had a thirst for it, though. Maybe, and that's why I say that's the Napoleon complex. And you're probably, but that has to fall on the serial killer. I'm sorry, because even though he didn't pull the trigger, he's ordering it. He's ordering these people's deaths. People, what would you think? Do you think he's a serial killer or not? You know, I would have to say he is. We have Eric. Galante's hit was at Joey and Mary's restaurant. Okay, thank you for that. Crazy Joe's hit was at Umberto's. Thank you for that. Like I said, folks, I am not a Mafia historian. I don't look up. I don't accept this, you know, to find out how many people. But I don't go into like I wasn't one to look up history of the Mafia. I was worried about present and how you conduct yourself. That was my thing. But thank you for that correction, Eric. I appreciate it. Let me go down because I know I missed a lot of comments. So we'll go back. Chris, we have most feared. I say Anastasia. Most bodies, I'd have to say Henry. What's that? Pittsburgh Phil Stratus. Murder Inc. was like the modern day cartel. True. You're right with that, without a doubt. Listen, I heard Bugsy Siegel had a lot of hits too. You know, back in those days, you know, the media wasn't like it is today. So who knows? So we have Ron Pearman. Hey, Dom, did you or the Mafia family or any of the other families in New York ever deal with the Chinese triads or Japanese Yuzinski Mafia? If so, what would they like to do business with? No, I never did business with them. In jail, though I was with them, a lot of respect with the Italians and the Chinese. I like them. They stuck together. You know, I just like the way they conducted themselves. Very close, very quiet. Oh, the funny part, if they get into an argument with a black guy or any guy, but mostly blacks would get into arguments with them. You know, whites just let it go, but usually the blacks. You would hear the black guy would say, "You effing chink, you effing chink, you MF, you MF, you're a goddamn asshole, you a goddamn asshole." They repeat everything right back, and I would laugh my ass off. It was hilarious. I would just laugh, and that Dominic, why are you laughing? Why you? Because you are a funny bastard. That's why. Why are you repeating him? Because I'm so mad I don't know what to say, so I say the same thing back at him. Okay, sorry. Yes. Funny though, funny. We have Sam the Man. Hey everyone. Dom yesterday worked. Hey everyone. Dom yesterday. Oh, Dom yesterday. I worked on my legs and I thought you said Dom worked on. I was like, damn. What should I hit today? If you worked on legs and back, that's a good one. I'll go buy and try. Go buy and try. That's what I would do. But you could go chest. You could go chest and shoulders. You really want to fatigue your muscles? Go chest and shoulders. Electric Eye. I like this show. Thank you. hit that subscribe button. People, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Go on my TikTok and Instagram. TikTok might be, from what I read, they might be banning it. Well, supposedly they are, but they said as of Sunday, it might not be no longer available in the USA. But go on my Instagram, Sakali's Corner Unfiltered. Please come on, log on. I'm going to start posting soon on there. Once I start feeling better, I'm just down for the count right now. The Bronx, Sam, you should hit the shower. Ouch. Okay. Cynthia, this is going to be a fabulous show tonight. Richard Kozlinski, Roy DeMeo, yes, ma'am, and Vito Corleone, aka Carlo Gambino. You know what? Yeah, Richard was up there. Roy DeMeo too. He's, we number one, Cynthia. So you hit the nail on the head. Who else? Yes, DeMeo was crazy. Genuine Gemini Lounge. That's from Francisco. As we scroll down, Stephen, we have Ireland in the house. Nice to see you. Thank you for coming on. Christopher, back again, Dom. Thanks, Christopher. I know I read one of your things prior. Daniel Danny Boy. Hey, Dom, Finland in the house. We got Finland. Good to see you. Thank you for coming on. Ceramic Duel. Let's put some work in. Gee, fellas. We're always putting our work in. Keep it going. Keep it moving. There you go. Jack Humphreys. What's up, Big Dom? Same old, same old. Now we got Joey, Skinny Joey, Elf on the Shelf coming. He's upset. He's going to blast me. He's going to talk about a baseball bat. Again, another untruth. Everybody who knows me, if I did have a bat stuck up my butt, so I got grabbed, it happened. I would admit it. I don't care. The way, you know what? I didn't have to. Oh, and then he makes fun and says, my hair plugs. They're shocking my brain. I'm dancing. I'm doing pills. I'm drinking garbage vodka. Again, Joey, if you're going to talk, you're a mob boss. Well, you're a shelf mob boss. Be accurate. That just shows you're not even man enough to be accurate when you speak. You want to hit low? I'm going to go there with you with things you're not going to like. But when I speak, I'm on point. And if I'm not, I'll correct myself and say it. But I'm on point from facts I know about when I was out there. When I was in the system, when I was in Philly about you, Joey. You have a lot of skeletons in your closet, Mr. Molino. And you're the one who came on social media. I'm a rat of the month, Let's do Mobster of the month. Who shelved? Let's do Mobster of the month. And you think Gene Borello's bad? You haven't met Dominic Cicali, my brother. I'm times 10. I will not stop. So, and I'm accurate. I'm told, not saying Gene's not. I'm even more precise. I'm a sniper, as they say. Gotcha. And little sniff. Don't think you're a tough guy, brother. And I don't give a shit. I'm not a paper gangster. So remember that one. Remember that. So, and folks, you're seeing a calm Dominic. I rather talk bullshit right now. It's just, they're jokes. Joey is a laughing stock of the Mafia. He's a joke. He's a con man. Nothing but a con man. Robbing people for his gambling debts. He don't pay anybody. He wants to talk about beating people. He doesn't pay anyone. And with me, folks, and this will be blasted tomorrow, he pulled a rat, R-A-T, a rat move, sent an investigator to get information on me to put out on social media of a crime. What's that? That's not a rat? John Jr., now you could go back at Joey. That's a rat move. Anyway, evening from North Cali. We got Cali in the house. Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's to you too. South Carolina. Still on fire. South California. I'm sorry, I didn't see that right. Still on fire. That's sad. That's sad. They go to put water to open up the water hydrants. No water. With all the rainfall they had, wow. That's a disgrace. They should be charged with criminal charges. The mayor, Newsom, they need to be charged with criminal charges. Step up. Trump, have the AG, Attorney General, have them press charges, lock their fucking asses up for their negligence and not. Would they sell the water? What'd they do with the water? It's a disgrace. A disgrace. And you know what? My boy who has the water machines, they make water out of air, sat down with California and told them, guys, every time there's a wildfire, there's billions, maybe even trillions of dollars total you're spending to fix. It's destroying our planet, the wildlife, the forests. Buy these machines. It might cost you a couple of $100 million over a course of a few years. You strategically, we have the solar machines, you strategically set them up around the forest areas where it's dry. These machines produce water 24/7. Let it run. Put them on timers. Let them run. Let the ground start to get saturated. It'll eliminate it. They didn't want to do it. Because you know how much money, folks, gets kicked back with these wildfires? That everybody has their hand in the cookie jar. So every time they get funded federally for disaster relief money, everybody, billions are being stolen. Billions. Everybody has their hand in the cookie jar. And that's why they couldn't stop it. Even Trump said, goes to other countries where their forest is 10 times more dense than ours. And they have dry spells that makes California look like it's the ocean. And yet they don't have forest fires like that. You know why? Because they go out and they take all the underbrush. They clean their forests. They make sure everything is not overly overgrown to cause this. But yet it's a disgrace in California. Criminal charges definitely need to be filed. People need to be jailed for this. It's disgusting. My back pain went away after deadlifting. This is Lawrence B. But with proper form. Yeah. No, I know. Hopefully mine will go away without deadlifting. But if I have to, I'll force myself back into the gym. Joey D'Angelo. That's the name up here. So, Dom, Joey was talking about you on his new video. I know I showed it. I caught it on a short. And then Anthony Rouge, he actually texted over me, "Hey, Dom, look, everybody, just like I'm talking shit about Joey, he has 1,000 people telling him. And he's probably, this fucking rat. This fucking rat. This fucking rat. Sniff, sniff. Come on, sniff harder. It feels good. Oh, sniff." That's Joey and sniff, sniff. So, okay, so let me go back to that. About you, his new video out today, and he's doing a video on you coming up, and he's going to be talking about the bat. Right. Michael Hippie said I was a rat, and then said I got a bat stuck up my ass. So by Stephen DeLuca, when he grabbed me, put a gun to my head, took me to the cemetery. People, there was 4 people there that night. Stephen DeLuca, Paulie Carantanudo, they're both dead. Myself and one other person, I forgot his name. He was there. He knows he was there. And I actually got mad at him because when I came with him, I had a Heckle and Koch 9mm. In the back of I had a Camaro, the seats were down, the pistol was back there. When I got out to fight him, he put a gun to my head. When I left, when I tell you my hands, I couldn't close them. My hands were just, I got hit with everything, muffler, 2x4, was ever there on the ground. And My hands were like the Elephant Man, couldn't even move. I was driving like this with the palms. But I turned around to the guy. I'm like, what the hell? You don't get the gun? Like, God forbid if they were going to kill me. What do you think? They're going to let you go, you idiot? And no, Dom, I was just nervous. Okay, whatever. So, yeah. So he says, Bat, what's that mean? So I just explained it, but said he was wrong about silencer. Wow, Joey admitted he was wrong about something? Shit. I'm surprised. You know why? Because what can he say? Think about it. But he's wrong about that. He's wrong about E.G. Vodka. And he's wrong about my grandmother. So if Joey was right, I'd say it. To me, it happened. There's nothing I could do about it. So, excuse me. Why would I tell the story about me getting a gun put to my head and beat down in a cemetery, going to be killed? Was I scared? Yeah, I was scared as shit, of course. I'm a kid. I'm young. I'm like, oh, this is it. It's over. It's over. But I'll tell you one thing, folks. After about an hour and a half, 2 hours of getting beat down, kicked, punched, cops came, blood all over. I mean, I was just soaking with blood. Walked over to the cop car while they stayed by the headstone. They had the pistol on them. The cops asked me what's going on. You know, they shined the lights. I walked over so they didn't get arrested. I said, it's nothing. I had a fight. Obviously, I didn't do too well. These are my friends. They just cleaned me up before I go home with my mother. We're trying to stop some of the bleeding. You need to go to the hospital? No hospital. They're my friends. Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. Cops left. I didn't say, they're looking to kill me. Take me home. I'm afraid. I didn't do any of that. Stone cold gangster. And then I knew. I went back, got beat up some more, and that was it. Then, you know, at that point I knew I wasn't getting killed. The cops saw them. But Florida attorney Greg Scarpa, Roy DeMeo, Tom Pantera, that's Tommy Karate, are my three top serial killers. So good choice. Yes, Greg Scarpa did a lot of work himself, and he was informant. So just like Whitey Bulger, same thing. Good evening, Dom and friend. Moji Boy, good to see you. Fan, Dom versus the Washwoman. I think he beats you one-on-one. Oh, hell yeah. Listen, I'm telling you, get him to come on then. I told you, I'll only throw punches with one arm. And every round I'll switch. I'll switch with whichever hand he wants. So I'll hit him so hard with the right, he'll be begging for the left. I'll hit him so hard with the left, he'll be begging for the right. Hopefully. But, yep. Real one. Hello, men of honor. No, well, I became a man of dishonor, but I'm a man of honesty. I'm a man that tells the truth, that doesn't have to embellish or lie like other people, like shelf bosses. Molino comes on. Now we'll tell a whole bunch of lies. He's going to tell the truth. And all the rats are all effing liars. And only Joey Molino tells the truth. He's the only one. And yet, folks, he said, my vodka is garbage. He said, I got a bat stuck up my butt. He said there was a silencer. I had to be a CI back in the day because there was a silencer. And I only got 7 years for a murder. What he should do. You know what? The best guys out there for research, James Proctor. I'm giving a challenge. James Proctor, Jeff Nadeau, O.C. Shorts. Do me a favor, guys. Look up my Florida case. It was 1988 State versus Dominic Sicali, first-degree murder of George Keogh. Look at my charges. Check it out. See if you could pull whatever you could pull. And then back in, I think it was 1980, 87, 86 or 87. Check all the hospitals. See if I was in the hospital for a bat up my butt. Because, folks, you get a bat stuck up your ass, you're either dying or you're definitely going to the hospital. So ask Kippy. He would have known if he would have came that night. But more than likely, I had it. I was going to do it, but that probably wouldn't have happened. But he would have got beat down bad for just calling me a rat. I was more upset about the rat because the bat up the ass was just, okay, yeah, all right. Next, you're going to say I'm gay, which I am. I'm just joking, please. There are people out there running around. It's the jacket. Hey, Dom, what's up? Good to see you. GSP production. This Joey seems like a spiteful guy. Well, you tell me. Tomorrow we'll go on the show, and I'm just going to open him up some more. Him and his little sidekick who sniffs his balls all day long. So it was about nothing. Doherty. We have Dom. I got a glass of EG vodka and took some man shot for the stream. Drunk and brick, baby. Listen, enjoy. We have GSP Productions. I have back issues from all the fighting and accidents. Do inversion table and hang, and don't be afraid to get epidural. Nah, mine will go away. I know it just happened while I was in the car, and I was just sitting in that damn position, and I probably just sitting there so long it was, it just wasn't good. So I'll be all right. But thank you. If I'm not, I'm going to try everything. Trust me. GSP Productions, we in the Bronx are totally unique. They know shit. Yep, you're right about that. Cynthia, if Molino's tongue was notarized by Judge Judy, I would still never believe him. Cynthia, very good. Absolutely. I mean, he comes out with some funny shit, though. You got to give him that. And I do compliment him on some stuff, but now he's just starting to turn my stomach. I hate when somebody lies. Like, you have to lie to get somebody. Talk about me ratting. Talk about me. What are you going to talk about after that? I ratted. That's it. I was a killer. Never backed down. I made money. So what are you going to say? What else are you going to say? I ratted. That's it. I'm sure there's stuff people could say, and I would agree if it happened. I'm like, okay, you got me. Yes. Oh, I even exposed the name I hated that Bruno and Vinny gave me, Jethro. So, because I knew people were going, because he's stupid. No, it was because of the strength, but you can say what you want. I'm okay. I have nothing to hide. My door is open. My closet door is open. And I knew that when I was coming on social media. So what I do, I like to diffuse things. So I'll nip everything in the butt so it's less powerful when somebody says it. That's why I said, I'm a rat. Know it. I did take the coward way out. I honestly admit it. Say keeping it to yourself, let other people say it. No, I did. I took the coward way out. What else could you say then from there? What else could you say? Can't. So that's my mentality. It's always been approach things head on, nip it in the butt, put out all fires. So we're gonna scroll down. We're closing in on an hour, folks. Wow, these hours go by quick. We have Craig. Hello from Australia. We got another Australian. Craig, you got your mate over there. Oh my God, German. You have the German there. We have two people from Australia. Who killed Demon? That's Steven DeLuca, folks. I honestly believe. I don't know for sure, but I think that was Vinny Basciano. Because I remember Vinny did have a problem with him, with Sally Kao, one of the owners of Crosby and Zero's Cabs. And there's Sally and Johnny. Johnny was around Michael Washwoman. Sally was with Vinny. And he did something. So Vinny had told me this. He's in the car with Sally. Vinny got out of the car, stepping to him, moving to shoot him right on Tremont. And Sally's yelling, Vinny, no. So Vinny turns around, goes in the car. As he saw Steven, you're lucky. You're lucky. Then I remember after that, Steven said something, and I didn't know Vinny at this time. I was younger. But Steven told me, he says, yeah, I have to start carrying. He had the Seville with the slant back, the new Seville. And what he did was he made a compartment, open up his glove box. The 2 screws were there, but they would drop. Pull out the glove box itself, and that's where he had his pistol. He started carrying after that. But like I said, Steven's a big boy. He could throw hands. We used to spar every once in a while. So I know he was good with his hands, but can't stop that lead. Can't stop that lead. Who do we have? All-Star. Gus Alex, I heard, was the second in command of the Mafia for 50 years. The mob accountant and fixer. Okay. Francisco, no kings. J. Sammy, not gay, was married to Deborah. Okay. So I guess you're battling with somebody back and forth. I heard numerous times that Sammy's gay. Well, King J, there are people that say it. I think that's a bad label. I don't think Sammy is gay. It's my opinion. But Sammy basically got that because of he worked in a beauty salon. He went to, like, at the time, what was it? Robert something, where you go for training, and John Mitchell, you go to his studio for training. They have classes. So Sammy was in classes. He figured, and Sammy told me this. He said, Dom, I signed up to classes to F the women over there. I figured, what better way to meet women? Let me go and I'll sign up. And that was it. But I don't believe he was gay, but I don't know for a fact. But that's just my opinion again. 1247, do you know anything about Christy Tick? No, I don't. All I know is he was he fathered a young man, Richie Riccardi, who actually was with Hector Pagan, and Ronnie, I forgot Ronnie's last name right now. And it's going to bother me too, because I know Ronnie for a long time in jail. But Hector Pagan ratted on both of them, and Richie, I think, is doing 30 years. So is Ronnie. Ryan Petrino. So, but it was said that Christy Tick was his father. And even Sally Avellino, when we were all in Schuylkill, I heard Sally Avellino was given, actually, Sally Avellino was giving him money, or I wasn't there when they were both together, but I was told Sally Avellino would send them like $500 every few months because of the father. Sam the Man, a rocket launcher, LOL. Yep, Oscar had a rocket launcher he got arrested with. Just too much. We have More Bird 631 Angel. Thank you for your contribution. It's appreciated. Lawrence B, thank you for your contribution. Marino the Rat is getting you more views, brother. Oh, yeah, listen, it'll get him views as well. And you know what? I'll put it out there. Joey, you want to meet me somewhere and clear your mind, clear your feelings? I'll meet you anywhere you want to meet. Anywhere. No, I shouldn't say anywhere, folks. I'll retract that, because they'll tell me come right in the heart of Philly, and I'm not going to do it. Joey, I'll meet you anywhere in Florida. We can meet at a public place. We can meet at the airport. We can go in the airport bathroom. How about that, Joey? We go to the airport in the bathroom and say whatever you got to say, whatever on your mind. See how much of a punk you are now, Joey. Punk with a P. Capital P-U-N-K. Punk. That's a challenge, Joey. I just put it out there. Okay? And bring Lil Snuff, the two of you. Go to the airport, and that's it. Now you're getting me out of my hat. So, out of my hat. There. And we'll see what happens with my plugs. Just don't pull my hair. I'll lose my hair. Mo Bird 631 Angel again. Thank you for the contribution. Imagine making videos talking about people who are shelved when you made a promise and then ratted on your friends. Here is a 10. Go brush your teeth or something. Well, you know what, pal? Thank you for the contribution. I don't ask for contribution. I'd rather you hit subscribe. But you're right. You're right. But I hate to say it. If I was a mafia boss for 20 years and I got shelved, I would rather be a rat. In my capacity, I'd rather rat. Now, if I was just a regular soldier or a captain, being shelved I'd be like, good, thank God. And I would tell everybody it's a pleasure. Like when people see me, my friend, oh my God, they did the best thing. They shelved me. I'm so happy. I don't have to answer to nobody, do my own thing. But when you're a boss, how could you say, who shelved you? You're the top guy. Who shelved you? To walk away like that? So you mean if Billy Bob over here, Mr. Boss from this family, ABC boss from this other family says, you got to shelf him. Otherwise, we're not recognizing you. And they shelf me. Well, think about it. When it comes to me, I'm going to go see ABC boss. I'm going to go see him. I'm going to pull up all my guys and do what I have to do. That's embarrassing, folks. That's embarrassing. But you're right. You know what? I cooperated. It's inexcusable. And you're right. I got to give you that. It's a disgrace till this day, but I live with it. And that's it. I'm on social media. Joey shouldn't be on social media. He's a mafia boss, shelf boss, no, now. But he shouldn't be on social media. Mafia, Cosa Nostra, Made Men. Not even supposed to be speaking to press, media, and yet he's on social media. So whatever he has coming, he deserves. And by the way, Mo Bird 631 Angel. Joey opened up the door with me. What about, let me ask you something, and I'm keeping it respectful. I'm being honest with your questions. I agree. But isn't it a rat move when somebody sends an investigator to try to figure out the crimes I committed with family members and then to blast it on social media if there was a crime committed? That's not a rat move. That's why I'm saying Joey doesn't belong on social media. So I keep it real. Now you could come back with some BS, so be it. But I keep it real. So Lawrence B, thank you again for the contribution. I bet the barn on Dom 2 versus 1, Snuff and Elf Shelf. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I put it out there. They can meet me in the airport, Orlando Airport. We go right in the bathroom. Matter of fact, I don't even want them because I'm worried about protection. When they get off the plane, don't even pass security. Let me know what airline you're taking. I will get a ticket to go through security so we know nobody has any weapons on them. And then we'll handle business. How about that? See how much of a man you are. We have Vinny B. Hey, listen, Junior, don't start that shit. You're absolutely right. He wakes up every morning knowing he put people away for life. Vinny's kids got to talk through a glass to their dad. No, it's not a glass. He's in Coleman now. He has visits where they sit side by side, but he did it himself. Sorry. We have Mo Bird 631. I'm just going to say Angel. I'll say 631 Angel. It's easier. Hey, bud, it's probably because he's not shelved and you made that up. Okay, good comeback. I didn't make it up. Other people on social media, but I ran with it. So I'll give you that. I don't know for a fact. I didn't hear from any of my contacts out there that he was shelved, but I'm running with other people said. Now I'm gossiping. So, or I'm just passing on without verifying. Okay, so keep it real. I'll keep it real. So I don't know for a fact he was, but word is he is. It was in the. I think Jerry Capisci wrote about it. So, and he has a lot of sources out there that give him information. So, with that, folks, I'm going to start wrapping it up because I'm not feeling too well. I'm getting stuffy, and we are definitely over an hour. Cynthia, Francisco, thank you so much. We have Dan, Davy Boy, thank you, mate. We have all the best, my man. Good to see you. Scott Lind in the house, my Scottish brother. Thank you. People, have a good night. Thank you. Come on tomorrow, folks. You will see. I'm going to pull up a lot of research. Joey wants to go there. I'll go there. We have the Bronx, last one. Coleman, short ride for you to visit him. They won't put me on his visiting list. I'm still trying to get approved on somebody else's visiting list at Coleman. They're in the other penitentiary. You have a dropout penitentiary, and then you have the real penitentiary. So, and it doesn't look like they're approving me just yet. So, with that, folks, everybody have a great evening. Thank you. And even for the haters out there, much respect. You could say what you want. I'll agree. I'll disagree. But thank you for keeping it clean as best as you can. And hope everybody has a wonderful night. See everybody tomorrow live at 5.